Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the second episode of Season 3 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Dead Man's Party. Sounds fun. You can check out the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we saw Xander, Willow and Oz taking up the slack and patrolling for vampires in Buffy's absence. Buffy was living on her own in a small city apartment, waitressing and still haunted by her memories of Angel and what happened. Buffy, going under her middle name, Anne, was recognised by a girl called Lily, who we discover was in the vampire cult that her friend Billy was a part of in a previous episode. Lily's boyfriend had gone missing and she wanted Buffy's help to find him. She did, but he had killed himself and had aged rapidly. She discovered that a man under the guise of helping homeless children or youngsters was actually a demon of some kind, sending them through a portal elsewhere where they were forced to work all of their lives and then sent back to live out the remaining days on the streets. Giles visited Buffy's mum, Joyce, and she revealed that she blamed him for Buffy leaving. Buffy helped some of the people escape with her and she returned home to her mother and friends. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
Mom, I'm a vampire slayer.
You walk out of this house, don't even think about coming back.
These are the moments you want to savor.
So they're doing flashbacks. This is obviously going to be focusing on this, the after effects of this now. It did say that it needed the blood, I think, of Angel to close the portal. I mean, couldn't she have just like pricked his finger and just put a little bit of how much blood was needed to close it? You know, maybe a bit excessive.
Wouldn't it be great if Buffy just showed up tomorrow?
So I'm not sure when she's gone home. Timescale wise, is it the night before she's due back at school, or the term starts anyway? At the very least, at the very worst, it's very, very early in the term, a day or two, I think. So it would make sense that, because obviously the episodes kind of run from a school year cycle. So obviously she's expelled at the moment. She's unpacking, so it's literally followed straight on by looks of it, pretty much.
Mom.
Ooh.
Buffy,
And that's why I don't do DIY.
don't worry about it. I guess I just got used to all the quiet while you were gone.
Yeah, she's been all nice though.
It's Nigerian.
Lovely.
Cheers up the room.
It's angry at the room.
Yeah.
It wants the room to suffer.
No appreciation of primitive art.
You can appreciate primitive art without having it on your wall looking at you like that. It looks like her mum's being now overly nice to her and everything's fine and happy. As I say, it looks like this is followed on directly from her returning home, so they've not talked or done anything yet by the looks of it.
I'd like to find Willow and Xander.
Will you be slang?
Only if they give me lip.
I just want to put this whole thing behind us, get back to normal.
But it's not going to be back to normal. You need to talk about all this and talk about it all. I don't know what the outcome would be, but you've got to. You can't just. She's just ignoring it, and just painting over the cracks, and the fact that she's been away. It looks like she's just ignoring that as well. That's no good for either of them.
Come in, Nighthawk. Everything okay?
Nighthawk? Surprise! It shows that the four of them have trouble taking on one vampire, and she just does it fairly effortlessly.
You know, maybe it's too late. Maybe we should just come back tomorrow.
he'd want to see you at 3 in the morning. I think he'll probably hug her first and then be mad at her.
Welcome home, Buffy.
I went to go see my mom first.
Yes, of course. How did you find her?
Well, I pretty much remembered the address.
Hey, so you're not wanted for murder anymore?
Right.
That was such a drag.
I was thinking about this afterwards, about why she wouldn't be wanted for murder. They obviously were unconscious and there, so I'm assuming afterwards they just said, look, it was a gang of people came in and did this. Buffy wasn't there, so yeah, that's probably what happened.
Oh, absolutely. Except the obvious.
He was worried sick about her. Now she's back.
Here we are then. Cheers up.
We don't have teapots like that. We're English, we drink tea. Well, British, we drink tea. I'm Welsh. But yeah, we in fact, I don't even have a teapot anymore. Just put it in the cup. So yeah, it's a bit stereotypical. Don't even have china. Do have biscuits though.
Still, we were getting good. We dusted 9 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Still 6 out of 10 gone.
Okay, I had some schoolwork, but I can change my plans.
You know you'll have to talk to Principal Snyder, but
I know she can break him.
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances.
You can't keep her out of school. You don't have the right.
I have not only the right, but also a nearly physical sensation of pleasure.
Buffy was cleared of all those charges.
She is a troublemaker, destructive to school property and the occasional student, and her grade point average is...
The grades isn't enough to expel her. That shows poorness on their part. If her grades are low, I know she's got the other stuff going on, which is why not studying properly, but that's not a reason. Harming other students? I can't think of when she's done that. I'll say she was cleared of all the charges. So yeah, I'm not sure what reasons he would have for expelling her, or the reasons that there were have gone. So yeah, I would have thought she'd have to be reinstated.
I noticed as I came in this morning that Hot Dog on a Stick is hiring.
Oof. God, if I were her mum,
This isn't over.
I would not be
If
happy.
I have to, I'll go all the way to the mayor.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
The mayor again. I have a feeling he might not be on your side. Widow's not turning up? Is it because she's been gone all summer and they've kind of bonded as a group?
Oh, my word. Oh, you must be Buffy.
She.
Oh, I'm Pat, from your mom's book club.
Bad guy.
Between your situation and reading Deep End of the Ocean, she was just a wreck, you can imagine.
What if I invited Willow and Mr. Giles and everybody over for dinner tomorrow night? Since I sort of already did.
Willow and everybody aren't company plate people. They're normal plate people.
Giles might be. They all seem to be ignoring it. She's been all happy and... Ew.
Next time I get to pick the mother-daughter bonding activity.
Goodbye, stray cat who lost its way. We hope you find it.
Was that the cat or was that to Buffy? What is it? Is it some sort of possessed mask? Cats come back to life. Pet cemetery. So I'm assuming the mask did that. It brings back the dead. Well, dead cats anyway.
I've been on the phone with the superintendent of schools. He seems more reasonable than that nasty little hard bigoted rodent man. Buffy, you made some bad choices. You just might have to live with some consequences.
So the facade's dropping a bit. So it looks like she's really angry underneath. We're going through the emotional phases, basically. Buffy came home. There was obviously the relief and the happiness to see her. Then there was the kind of the everything's fine, let's carry on as normal. But now we're seeing the cracks coming through. I mean, that was quite a barbed remark towards her. She's obviously this anger that Buffy went, all the anger from what she was told, what Buffy told her mum as well about her being a Slayer and the other's life. They've not talked about any of that yet. So yeah, and I assume that's the same for her friends as well. They met up and they're all happy. Willow's not met her probably on purpose. Is she angry and upset with her as well that she went? Buffy's feeling alone even though she's back. So yeah, it's all bubbling up. Yeah.
Welcome to the Hellmouth Petting Zoo.
That's striking and Nigerian.
They're doing it as well. I mean, Giles made eye contact with her mum for an instant, and there was obviously an awkwardness because of what she said to him last time, and his eyes got drawn to the mask, and he changed the subject quickly. So yeah, it's all sorts going on here behind their facade, basically, of everything's fine.
We'll see you tonight.
Tonight, then. Yeah.
I've had cats make that noise before.
What about Buffy's welcome home dinner tonight? I told her mom we'd help out. Bring stuff.
I'm the dip.
You gotta admire the purity of it.
Onion dip.
Well, Buffy said she did want to loosen up. Have some kid time. Aren't you guys rehearsing tonight? Why don't you play at the party?
Maybe something a little more intimate.
It's meant to be just them.
And the big party says, welcome, Buffy.
Mum might have something to say about it.
I'm just glad to have her home.
That is the good stuff.
Do you want to see my mom?
Mom!
Save me!
Hey, Buffy. So where do you want the band to set up?
The band?
You don't arrange a party at someone else's house and they went to go in there for a meal.
I was sort of hoping we could just hang together, the gang.
So yeah, this is done on purpose to avoid talking to Buffy. Oh. Yeah. They're just all avoiding everything.
This isn't avoiding. See, here you are, here I am.
You dragged her out there, pretty much.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's not avoiding? Bringing someone else back? What's the range on that thing? Is that people as well? Oh. So they're like zombies?
Guess a lot of people are glad to have you back.
Are
Seems
you
like people I didn't
guys?
even know missed me.
It's just a party. No one knows what's for. So is it recently dead? Although, how long has the cat been there for?
Hey, what's the deal with this party anyway? This party? Heard it was for some chick that just got out of rehab.
Having Buffy home, I thought it was going to make it all better, but in some ways, it's almost worse.
It's because you're not dealing with the problems. Oh, no. She ran away again. She's feeling isolated. She just heard what her mum said, and her friends are ignoring her. Oh. So, yeah, zombie attack. And they're all being drawn to the mask. Should have paid attention earlier. And they're not going to hear the phone because of the band. Look at the state of the place. I'd be furious if that was my house.
Is there a buddy here? Sorry, he's not here. You got the wrong costume, Mr. Belvedere.
Can see her packing.
Oh, no. Have a great time. Oh, and don't forget to not
Now
break.
the anger's coming out from her.
But you don't know what I was going through. Well, I'd like to. I just need you to talk to me.
How could I talk to you when you were avoiding me?
This
Yeah.
isn't easy, Buffy.
No, but you have been. This is what they need.
I'm studying witchcraft.
Oh, she's studying witchcraft. Well, she cast the curse again. She done other stuff? I don't know. She done lots of research into it.
Do you like my mask? Isn't it pretty? It raises the dead. Americans.
I think you might be a zombie who's late to the party.
I wanted a call every day.
But you didn't.
You know what? That's it. You and I are going to have a talk.
Well, yeah, you've needed it.
I don't care what your friends think of me, or you for that matter, because you put me through the ringer, Buffy. I mean it. And I've had schnapps.
So, she needed a drink to be able to talk to her daughter? That's not good.
You're the one who said I should go. You said if I leave this house, don't come back.
You didn't give me time.
Not great having this in
You
front
just
of other
dumped this
people.
thing on me and you expected me to get it. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Mom's not perfect, okay? I handled it badly.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to weigh in here? How about you by the dip?
No thanks.
You can't just bury stuff, Buffy. It'll come right back up to get you.
I like the way it's being so serious and then using the same words to create the light-hearted side. That's clever. Yeah, this is all needed, and they're all right, and they're all wrong in many ways. I mean, it was a horrible situation. Her mother shouldn't have spoken to her like that, but Buffy dumped it all on her. Buffy, she shouldn't have left. I understand why she did. It's not good that she didn't contact them, though. I mean, she could have sent a letter. They wouldn't have known where she was. She could at least said how she, that she was safe, and maybe it would have been good for her. She could have got it all off onto paper, and it could have been quite therapeutic. So yeah, everything was just bad, and yeah, they need this to clear the air, but it's not easy watching. Hot wire?
Like riding a bloody bicycle.
Oh, that implies he's done it before.
Talking about it isn't helping. We might as well try some violence.
Ah.
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Got your back.
So they immediately all go up to support her. Mum steps in.
No, not vampires.
Looks like the violence is working and bringing them together.
What do you want to call down?
Oh, that looked quite realistic.
Careful. Oh, God, Pat. She's dead.
Ah, that you don't want a dead person in there with you. Yep, too late.
The mask holds the power of a zombie demon called Ovomubani. If one of them puts it on, they become the demon incarnate.
So they're not just being drawn to the mask, they want to put the mask on. Oh, she's gonna do. I did say she was the bad guy, but for the wrong reasons, obviously.
Generally speaking, when scary things get scared, not good.
Yeah.
Willow, don't look.
As she keeps looking. I tell you what, you need to be a glazer working around there. You make a fortune the amount of times windows get broken.
Not looking. No.
Well, at least her mother's getting involved now.
Tell Buffy! Mabani's paralyzing his eyes! Ah!
Buffy!
Hey, Pat.
Oh.
Made you look.
Oh, they've all disappeared. That's weird. They've all just disappeared. I thought they'd just collapse.
Never mind.
He didn't get to deliver the message.
Honey.
So Pat has now just vanished into thin air. Well, Giles hasn't had his say. He turned up afterwards.
And Buffy will be allowed back in.
Sorry. I'm not convinced.
Oh.
Would you like me to convince you?
I mean, I'm not a full-fledged witch. That takes years. I just did a couple pagan blessings.
Okay.
Alright, I'll stop giving you a hard time. Run away. Well, I'm sorry, quitter.
It was a good episode in the sense that I knew there was a lot of stuff had to be fixed. There's still, it's not going to be that simple. Yeah, they had a lot came out. The fight happened, the violence, which did bring them all back together again. So including the mum, she was part of it. So that's probably good that she's had a bit more of her eyes opened, ironically the eyes, to her world. So that's a good thing. Oh, well, good and bad, obviously. But say Giles didn't get to do anything. He wasn't there. He wasn't part of it. Obviously, we saw him step in at the end. I'm assuming Buffy's now going to be allowed back to the school. But yeah, so that makes me think Giles is still going to have a lot inside him that he needs to say that he hasn't had a chance to yet. Will he? Or are they kind of now going to move on and we just assume it's all fixed now? Not sure. Yeah, Pat was a bit annoying, but a bit unfair that she's now just dead and vanished. Yeah, that's not great. And how many of the other kids who were at the party are dead? We didn't see any bodies, but I can't imagine nobody died from that. But yeah, if you can fix windows, move to Sunnydale. You make a lot of money. There's always windows being broken. I mean, there were the big bay windows at the front of the house, windows upstairs, the door. So yeah, make a fortune. Snyder mentioned the mayor again twice, so I have a feeling he or she, don't know what sex they are, is going to crop up. Is he like a big demon or something behind things? Don't know. We'll wait and see. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Yeah. So again, next one would be interesting. I'm kind of thinking they're gonna move past it all now, and they might still reference stuff, but I think we're gonna get back to normal. That would be my guess. Yeah, but we'll see. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next episode. Be seeing you.